I'm continuing my reading here, and what I'm doing in this series is read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a little bit as I move along. Right now, I am still in the Book of Numbers. This will be chapter 12. On a small side note, you may hear my son playing around in the background. I have my son and my wife with me off camera. So let's get to chapter 12. Aaron and Miriam complained against Moses, the most meek of all men. The Lord promises to speak to Moses mouth to mouth and to reveal to him his similitude. Miriam becomes leprous for a week. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, Hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Hath he not spoken also by us, and the Lord heard it? Hath he not also spoken by us, and the Lord heard it? Now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, Come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, Hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, whom is faithful in all mine house. With him I will speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. 1 second, kid. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. Excuse me. Wow. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Heal her now, O God, I beseech thee. And the Lord said unto Moses, If her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that let her be received in again. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again. And afterward the people removed from Hazeroth and pitched in the wilderness of Paran. This is a very interesting story. There's a couple of things to note here. First of all, Aaron is not cursed with leprosy, only Miriam is. There are two ways of looking at this, and I think both of them are probably actually somewhat accurate. First one is that Miriam was the instigator. Aaron was just following Miriam's lead. Now, both of them were prophets. Miriam was a prophetess, Aaron had the priesthood, and they both thought that they were equal to Moses. But it appears that Miriam was the instigator. There's also the fact that Miriam, as a woman, did not have the priesthood. She had priesthood power, but she was not ordained to an office in the priesthood. And what they were claiming, by claiming to be equal to Moses, she was, in essence, claiming that she had the same priesthood keys, the same priesthood authority as Moses. Now, Aaron, he had priesthood keys. He had priesthood authority, just not equal to Moses. Miriam, being a woman, had neither authority nor keys and couldn't. And that is why, as both an instigator and as somebody trying to claim something that they do not have the right to have, she received the stronger rebuke, stronger chastisement. I do also love God's description of Moses. If there's other prophets, I show them visions. I give them dreams. But Moses, I come down and I have nice little fireside chats with him. We talk face to face. He sees me, literally. This is a guy who is so far above everybody else when it comes to spiritual matters. And I love that. Wherefore did you dare to speak against my servant Moses? Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? How dare you even think about challenging this man? And this is, in the modern day, a lot of people want to criticize the prophets and want to talk about, but they need to follow the example, or need to learn from the example of Miriam and Aaron. You don't go against God's anointed. God has chosen this man to be a prophet. Don't even think about speaking against him. Look what happened to Aaron and Miriam when they spoke against Moses. On a final note, it says that Moses married an Ethiopian woman. This is the only mention we have of this anywhere in the Bible. When he married her, no clue. Who she was, no clue. Doesn't tell us, doesn't give us any information. It just says that he had married an Ethiopian woman. Some people think that he married her while he was still a prince in Egypt as a kind of a marriage of alliance to join the Ethiopian royal family to the Egyptian royal family. It's possible. We don't know. Now, according to the book of Jasher, as well as some other apocryphal works, Moses actually married her after he left Egypt. He flees Egypt, and the first place he goes is to Ethiopia, where he then marries the queen of Ethiopia. But being an Israelite, he refuses to sleep with her. He marries her in the public eye, but not privately. He won't have the marriage relations with her. And so when the Ethiopians find out about it, they get mad and they drive him out of Ethiopia. And that's when he goes and meets Jethro and marries Zipporah. So those are just some of the apocryphal accounts of his Ethiopian wife. We don't know. There's nothing been revealed in Scripture about this Ethiopian wife, but we do know that he did have at least 2 wives. Whether they were at the same time or not, we don't know. But he had 2 wives. One was an Ethiopian, and then one was Zipporah. So we will pick it up in the next chapter in the next video. See you then.